Всем привет, с вами Yurnelo. Играем в Хитмана. Так.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood.
How did you...
Смотрел я это.
Everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Так, надо кое-что включить мне.
she came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Тын-тын-тын-тын-тын. Так, ну дефолт отмычка. Так, что еще брал-то по дефолту? А, яд, наверное. Рвотный. Таблетки. Таблетки, наверное, лучше будут.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Ну что, такой байк? Вполне неплохо. Стильный, стильный. Ох, что одноместный, конечно. Никого не покатаешь. Стиль. Ой, 3 всего задания. Чё-то, блин, в третьем Хитмане вообще мало сюжетных заданий. Опять, наверное, одно общее задание. И 2 второстепенных. Так. Что там надо, значит, было? Я забыл. Цель — найти досье. Ага. Наверное, ее убить. У меня 256. 50. Вот это, значит, будем. Да, второе. Ну, красиво. Ляпота.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be...
Перехватить надо его. Вопрос только как. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Блин, жесткое палево. Может, надо было их перестрелять просто тупо и все. Блин. Один отдел, ну я всех завалил. Надеюсь, не найдут. Спрятал. А, походу, я не спрятан был. Стрелец же лежал. Тут я спрятан? Ты не спрятан, значит увидят. Мало ли кто-нибудь потом пойдет сюда. О, да, такое палево. В машине у него что-нибудь лежит, интересно. Так, сохранимся. А, запретная зона? А почему для меня запретная? Значит, другую одежду найти надо. Так, тут у нас кто?
mean, that's a breaking heart happening.
Well, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
That appears to be a half-burned diary belonging to Zachary Carlyle. It says he and Madame Carlyle murdered their older brother 46 years ago, and that Mr. Fernsby helped them cover it up. He was planning to confess it all. Interesting.
О, тут уже не запретное. Все, тогда тут работаем.
Such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games. Never any romance. I deserve romance.
Так, может, какие-нибудь шмоточки есть? Все забираем, может, это пригодится. Ведь ящик. А. Опа, тут уже мне нельзя ходить. Нужно одежду раздобыть. Security, нельзя там ходить. Так, на кого-то забайтить. Вон того чела надо забайтить.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but...
А, лом. Нету лома. Тогда воду там надо сказать.
Did Alice tell you what Emma did when she arrived?
Tell me.
Scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. So unfair. Just discovered Zachary's dead body.
Уже нельзя.
I tried to tell Emma, and do you know what she said? She said, things will change around here. I can promise you that.
Блин, как бы забайтить-то их? Кого-нибудь бы забайтить. Может, вот этого, блин, может монетку сейчас дверь открыть и монетку кинуть? О,
dollar.
Закройся дверь.
Things coming along inside. Is everything ready for tomorrow?
You're giving me a bit of anxiety, sir.
Дай закрыть дверь! Сука! Пошло. Подальше кинуть эту монетку. Потом мы его забайтим.
No problem.
Did all the groceries arrive?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, some of the delivery
fantastic.
Так. Следующий пойдет. Блин, вторая пошла.
Lovely.
Мне нужно, чтобы мужик пошел. Ну ладно, все равно минус 2 сделали. И вы потом еще шкерить их. Ой.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not.
Это только непонятно, куда прятать. А, сюда можно будет, наверное, спрятать. Давайте-ка еще одного сейчас. Откройся! Вот, не видно будет. Сабля не нужна. Уже не пойми, какой чел.
I need to stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
What is it now?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new head of the family after all. It is
А, закроем.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, yeah.
What did he believe we had something to do with Zachary?
О, вот тут может его зашкирить.
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Так. Надеюсь, это топ-шмот. Но никто до меня не докопается. Ну, неплохие хоромы. Но жить бы я бы здесь не стал.
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I feel obliged to point out that
Я
current
хоть не сбросились они?
affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Смотрите спальню. Сейчас моя ведьма за чутьями все покажет.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
A hidden door.
Чтобы труп знать где. А, вот же труп, ёпта. Ну-ка тут что у нас?
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
Вот как
I'm
убийца
sure there's
зашел.
more to find in Zachary's room.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Hi there.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask,
Значит, ты ее убил.
no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first? Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Какое меню сведений? Подозреваемый. Понятно. Не все так просто. Ой. Сделайте допрос подозреваемых. Что надо тут найти? Завершить расследование. Так, ну. Где кого найти здесь? Где кто ходит? Охранник. А, с первого этажа пойдем. Важные места. О, вот один.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Так, этот все у нас. Допрошен. Подозреваемый. О, я не все улики нашел. Тоже надо все обыскать. Пригодится.
I do anything for you?
Yes. Patrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
Так, что там было? По поводу досье. Все, обойдем. О! А, это я уже вернулся. Я понял. Это вот что там валяется, кто спит. Да-да-да, я тут был.
Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen? No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the records. Don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing.
Я думаю, это дворецкий.
Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Так, это там. Все на улице. Ладно, тогда пока делаем дома.
Can't you just relax for a minute?
And that solicitor upstairs. Why do you think he's here?
I think solicitors are Mother's favorite kind of people. Can't remember ever having a family event without one tucked away in a room somewhere. Due diligence always trumped the family.
I think he's here to cut us from her will.
Debbie. Ridiculous. Imagine the scandal if the firstborn son didn't pick up the torch. That will never happen.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him.
Кажется, вообще без понятия, кто убил. Ну, я думаю, Дворецкий. Чисто чуйка.
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed,
А может, и семейка.
not just sad.
Все
I
вместе.
suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge.
Нам вот потом всех почитать и понять, кто мне наврал.
I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my...
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Так.
My heart with that piano. I can feel the hair on my neck stand.
Quite the poet. But you're right. It's beautiful.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can...
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
О, нифига себе, и это утащил.
Yes, hi Cassie, it's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time I promise. I don't know how to handle this.
I shouldn't gossip, but That Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
What is it?
Elaine says she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you
Так, на
not.
второй этаж
Her
надо
son
идти.
Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rosie. He has no respect. Preying on a girl like that.
О! И это запихнул. Набор.
That is Alexa Carlyle, unofficial leader of the Providence Partners and last one to be alive.
А, вон она. Так, ну комнаты надо сейчас обыскивать.
That is the door to Rebecca's room. I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Окна открыты. У меня потайной ход есть тоже. Что там происходит? Как бы не сбросилось у меня сейчас.
Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right.
А почему мне туда нельзя?
I'll double check and get back to you.
That American lawyer in the small office, did you check his travel documents?
I did, sir. It's all checked out.
О, тут что, третий этаж есть? Так, хоть там. Комната Ребекки. А, еще что-то есть. Тоже я мог пропустить.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
А, там какая дверь для мистера Фрэнсби. Может, с телефона видно будет? Разрывы кадров, по-моему. Сейчас проверим. Вертикалочку включить. Вроде не так сильно. Он сильнее. Ладно. Чё же я тут пропустил? О! Люстра, что она дает нам? Скинуть надо, что ли, ее? Тут тоже. Может, просто скины, я не знаю. Ладно.
How are you, sir?
Тут тоже что-то не нашел. Вроде все, блин, обыскал. ХЗ, короче, какие я улики не нашел. Насрать на них. Дальше, что у нас там? Алиби подтверждено. Алиби подтверждено. Не помогает. Алиби подтверждено. Запрошено. Подозреваемый. Да, мне надо улик 5 из 6. Ну что я пропустил? Понимаю.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Ну-ка там что за чел? Пойти. А замаскироваться как? Юрист. Мы их тут оставим, эти все костюмы. А потом вернемся.
signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Oh, dear God, not this again.
So I got hold of the officer. He says it was finalized, but then how can it be withdrawn?
Just wait a few days. I'm sure it will sort itself.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens. A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Не знаю. Тоже улика 3 из 4. Из 3, ладно, хоть тут все обыскал. Оранжерею посмотреть. Все собрал много. А теперь все? Может, какую-нибудь козявку, не знаю, пропустил. Люстру скинуть опять. О! Это же не было. Я же зашел, это же не светилось. Не светилось. Избавиться. Конечно, пропало. Что это нам даст? Узнаю, где канистра есть. Что такое? Предмет отсутствует. Интересно.
Alexa Carlyle here. You need to explain yourself. I demand that you return my call ASAP.
Лом. Я лом так и не нашел. Сохранимся. О, нифига себе. Тут столько воды. На третий этаж сходить. По-любому что-нибудь в глобусе лежит. И в глобусах всегда что-то спрятано. Ах, я уже забыл эту комнату. Какая цель изолирована? Кого я убил? Ладно, не будем этого делать. Я кого-то там завалил случайно. Пойдем на третий этаж.
What is it now?
Потерялся. Есть лесенка. Вот она ходит. Где лесенка?
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going? Definitely not through here. Get out of my face.
А почему нельзя?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave. That's a good boy. No offense, but I hope I don't see you again.
Везде одного не нахожу. Везде одной улики не нахожу. Почему так? Оранжерия надо сходить.
Hello, sir.
И тут спуск вниз.
Oh no, yeah.
All right, later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ну-ка я проверю, чисто проверю. А, все сразу проваливаются, да? Да. Съесть еще надо какой-то найти. Мне бы лом еще найти бы. Че тут? Вилы пойдут?
She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to...
So, Madame Carlyle wants a pit.
Perfect.
Так, ну это потом.
If we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do that.
Good. I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down the fence.
Good. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Hey, how you doing?
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
О, вот он.
But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay here, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out the first chance she got. And now we'll never know.
Oh my. You're taking this hard, aren't you?
Why did it have to break on me now?
Опа, ключа нету, что ли? Пустое.
The last thing I need.
Emma Carlyle in the greenhouse. How curious.
Интересно, да? Что она тут делает?
Damn it. I need this to work.
Broken lab equipment. Oh, it looks like it was recently
startled
used,
me.
though.
I was just, I don't know, thinking about Zachary. He spent most of his life in here with these plants. Not much of a life, is it? Well, anyway, I'll be outside if you need me. If you'd excuse me.
Ее надо было загасить. Изготовить яд. Так, ну в принципе я все посмотрел. Всё по сведениям. Все равно нет меня, то есть трое мне. Да, скорее всего, она. Я думаю, это она, раз она тут что-то тусила. Надо Рози найти. Редким ядом, вот. Понятно. Как ее зовут? Эмма. Короче, ладно, будем обвинения. О, тут галочка у меня, да, полностью все. Тут нифига. Я не знаю, где там улики искать. Опять же в оранжерее. Не все нашел. Как? Ну вот же 1 и 2. Короче, хз.
Stalking the red carpet in a boxy beige crepe dress. Someone should tell Tan.
Короче, все, готов вердикт. Она отравила его.
It's just typical that Annie gets to help the photographer. I'm the pretty one. But work, work, work. That's all I get.
Can you just stand up, please? She's single. You're right. Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way. My mother, the living dead.
Этот дворецкий. Пойди найди его тут. Дворецкий.
Yeah, keep it real.
О, вот он.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Looking good today, sir.
Эмма завалила. Ну как бы, не знаю, проверить, найти бы Роуз. Что она скажет?
How are you today, sir?
О, дворецкого можно проходить. Может, его надо было завалить? Взять шмоточки.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
I can't forget his eyes. So swollen.
А чё запрет?
Look like Zachary. I've never seen a dead body before.
Do you think it was a suicide?
I don't know.
Madame Carlyle certainly doesn't think so. Why else would she have asked that detective to come here?
The murder? With the blood?
No, not that I saw. All I can think about is the swollen eye.
Any temps on today?
А, и вот этот кабинет, ё.
Not that I know of, no.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Так. Я, может, и не буду валить дальше. Ну, сначала завалю, потом, может, не завалю.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
В смысле? Я Эмму хочу винить.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace.
Да это неправда, не верю в
It
это.
showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
Досье.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But
Палево.
you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Вот оно, значит, где. Ну я переиграл, не знаю, но это не дворецкий.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Sir.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
А может ее столкнуть сразу? Ну-ка, сюжетка что? Вот, ну я сделал, допустим. Да не, я, блядь, не хочу это, блядь, не то. Я не верю в дворецкого. Ну-ка, может, и толкнуть можно?
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Что у нее там случилось? Да, другие... Это я досье добыл, короче. Переиграть надо. Я не верю. Был дворецкий. Пойдем дальше комнаты обыскивать. Находить все улики. Телефоном только, не знаю, камерой как-то что-то найти. Убирал. Явно у нас большая жопа. Да надо у Эммы искать. Хер знает. Лети на 3-й этаж.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Чё? А я ничего не делал! Блять, я же ничего не делал! Ее кто-то другой отравил. Или то, что я там набодяжил, не знаю, в этой комнате. Яд себе сделал. Ни хера не понял, что случилось. Какого хрена она отравилась?
Hello there, sir.
Вот и мы посмотрим. Она, кстати, рядом с ним живет.
How are you, sir?
А, это не Эмма. Ничего не понял, чё она умерла? О. Может, она что-то скинула? Если она скинула что-то вниз. Вообще не понял юмора.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on...
Я ничего не делал. Ах. Ладно, тут.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Короче, ладно, я не знаю, блядь. Давайте. Это будет дворецкий у нас. Чего она только нравится, хер знает.
Greetings, sir.
Оба задания испортятся у нас, да? Первое и третье. Непонятно из-за чего это. Чего она травится. Это Эмма, блядь. Ну я не знаю, это она, видно, отравила.
Hello, sir.
Не понимаю сейчас, когда она что умрет опять.
Yeah. Sorry.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madam Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, Madam Carlyle is still going ahead with her staged funeral tomorrow, and she wants to inspect the arrangements. How about it, 47? You feel up to giving her the grand...
Oh, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
Тут и не был.
Don't you look at me like that? This may be any other day for you, but for me this is highly irregular.
Just doing my job, sir.
You'd think Madam Carlyle would have...
Кидать камни. Не.
What was that noise?
Да хуй, блядь. Я не сохранился еще ни хера. Пиздец, какого хуя она травится сама? Блядь, заново бежать все. Я ее не травил. Какого хрена она травится, блядь? Где ее тут? Кто отравил? Короче, переигрываю, блядь, сначала. С этой хуйни, блядь. Тут, наверное, только максимально мог ее травить.
Emma Carlyle.
Oh, you startled me. I was just, I don't know, thinking about Zachary. He spent most of his life in here with these plants. Not much of a life, is it? Well, anyway, I'll be outside if you need me. If you'd excuse me.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Срать. Пойдемте к дворецкому. Заново все проходить. Брать досье и дальше проходить.
Hey, Rebecca.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madam Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Больше я нигде не мог ничего потравить. Может, она травится, потому что я реально Эмму, блядь, не посадил.
Hello, sir.
All right there.
Ну чё ты что делаешь? Что ты делаешь? Ты что делаешь? Чел! Ты что нахуй делаешь?
Good to see you.
Пиздец. Что за мат?
What's up?
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go
So,
claim
Mr.
your
Whitmer,
reward.
you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby.
You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're...
I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edward. Secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Погнали другое делать. Скнист.
How are you today, sir?
Madame Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making rapid droppings everywhere. The undertaker wants to go. Damn birds! I could just... Get clear hits on those nests.
Madame Carlyle is still going ahead.
Лопата отсутствует. Нужна лопата. А вон. Он в жопу ее не запихнет.
The birds are gone, and I'm ready to see Madame Carlyle now.
Good, I'll let her know. Mr. Parsons is ready to see Madame Carlyle.
Блин, тут палево.
Nothing good about this.
Well done, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way. I wonder how she will like her final resting ground.
Копаться. А вон.
Mr. Parsons, I don't like to be kept waiting. I trust we can be efficient now I'm here.
I can be very efficient, Madame Carlyle.
What's that picture of me doing here? What an awful idea. I want it removed before the ceremony tomorrow. I must say I don't care much for the choice of flowers either.
О! Можно было ее током завалить. Дверки отсутствуют.
What's that podium? I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often than not a toe-cringing affair. I've never understood the need to publicly display grief. A person died. Most natural thing in the world. No need to make an emotional spectacle of it. I hope you haven't planned for one of those.
No, I prefer to keep it simple.
And the gravestone. Granite. Solid. No fuss. I like it. Well done, Mr. Parsons. I approve.
Yes, it will mark your grave beautifully.
So, to sum up, I expect you to remove my picture from the memorial.
Ага,
That was an
сейчас
absolutely
станет.
horrendous idea.
Все, сохранится.
Unfit for these historical surroundings. This is my ancestral burial ground. Simple and clean is how we've always gone about it. Huh?
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
И туда его тоже можно скинуть. И лопата еще сейчас. Изи. Так, ну ладно, делаем откат. Последнее месте у нас будет.
For these historical surroundings. This is my ancestral burial ground. Simple
Не будем
and
убивать
clean is
сейчас.
how we've always gone about it, and how it will be this time as well. And the flowers, they look more fit for a wedding than my funeral. Maybe something natural, fitting the season and local fauna. Surely you're capable of figuring something out that doesn't look so misplaced. That's all, Mr. Parsons. I have other things to attend to.
Так, раздеваться, наверное, не буду. Не знаю, у Эммы, наверное, надо было куда-то, бля, подземелье идти. А по-любому что-то вниз скинут ключ. Есть тут внизу что-нибудь? Нет? Как называется? Не подпол?
Safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
Я уже нашел.
Thank you for coming. Can you just stand up?
А, вот тут можно было его сейчас. А, нет, палево.
Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way.
Тверка.
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool saying, though. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all. So you've got your work cut out for you if you do try. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to imply that you're not fine. You're definitely fine. I mean, I don't fancy you or anything. You're not my type at all. Oh, Christ, I'll just shut up.
Это куда? Блин, вот тут можно было перехватить. Дальше пошел.
Manually plugged in fuses? Do they even exist anymore? How old is this shit?
Ой, попей, попей. Классика.
Yeah, I don't feel so good.
Можно было, конечно, гораздо проще. Было его завалить и переодеться. Полдня будет идти куда-то. Пустики. Ладно. Так, надеюсь, увидят. А, я как раз он находился, кстати, да.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
Кстати, ее тут можно током завалить, наверное.
Excellent, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way down for the family photo shoot. Let's see if any memorable moments will play out in front of the camera.
Right ahead, please.
I expect you to be efficient. I have a lot to see to today.
I'll do my best.
Ну, давай.
It's just in front of the fountain.
Ты идешь?
Let's wait for everyone to show up.
Сейчас всю семейку завалим. А может и не всю.
Right, get in position. Let's get this over with. There's a puddle of water here. Oh, never mind. Let's just get this done, shall we?
Садись.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine.
А чё не коротит?
Fine. You look like a nervous wreck.
Stop bickering.
О! Сработало?
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Может, на лодке можно уплыть?
I will never again meet someone like that. I can't bear to think
О, а где лодка?
I understand why.
А, вон она. Не, походу никак.
calm down. What is wrong?
На всякий случай. Блин, ну как обидно, что я Эмми, конечно, блин, не посадил. Ну, как не раскрыл, точнее. Думаю, все-таки это она была. Она по-любому скинула, вот куда я бомбу эту скинул. По-любому туда что-то скинула. Да, вот сейчас только я переоденусь. Пойду переоденусь, попробую найти все-таки эту улику. Или так схожу. Так пропустит. Запретная зона мне. Вот. Все, запрет вообще нельзя. Ладно. Ладно, старать. Повезло, короче, ей. Ну, это уже поинтереснее. Тут добавили какое-то расследование, какое-то разнообразие в сюжетном задании.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out. It's the Constantine. Shit.
О, черт! Неплохо я наделал тут.
Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Ой, блин.
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Контракт сужен на убийство родителей? Он убил своих родителей.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
Теперь хищник. Раз. 4 миссии. Ладно, короче, на этом все. С вами был Yurnelo. Всем пока.